Okay, so this is my attempt at a thing for the Game Dev Mentor subreddit. I'm working in Python and Pygame. So this is what it looks like, the code anyway. Very, very basic. Just getting things set up. Here, this line actually creates the window. This says sets the caption or the title bar. Initializing a couple of variables here. That's extra stuff. This just sets up the loop here. So while not exit, it runs the loop here. And this is everything right here. It's pretty basic. So basically what it is, Pygame has a built-in event handler system. So all it's doing is saying for every event that happens, first of all, print the event that happens to the console, which we'll see. This first one is if the quit command happens, which is the close button, then game exit equals true, it quits the loop, and it quits the game. If event Pygame key down, so if a key is pressed, specifically if the enter key or return key is pressed, it randomly generates a color R, color G, color B from 0 to 255, which is then passed to the background of the screen as an RGB value for the color. Then here, if the escape key is pressed, again, game exit becomes true, it quits. So here, we have a black rectangle, so these are your RGB values for the rectangle that is being drawn, and the rectangle is positioned based on your color for the background. So the first two values are the X and Y coordinates for the top left corner, and then the second two values are the height and width of your drawing. So for example, if this was 0, say it randomly generated 0, 0, 0, it would be a black background, and the black square would start at R0, so the left side, G0, so the very top, and it would be 20 by 20, so you would see a black rectangle, or a black 20 by 20 square at the very top left corner of the screen. Pygame.display.update just updates the screen, and then again you've got your quit commands. So let's take a look at what it does. Go ahead and run this here. So it starts off, got cube generator, and as you can see, the console here, when I'm in the actual window, does something. Now I can push a whole bunch of different keys. You can see what keys I'm actually pressing, and nothing is going to happen until I hit enter. Now here again, you've got your background and your 3 cubes, or squares, which are positioned based on your RGB values. So if I change the color, they move. So the more intense the color, the closer these are going to be to the edges, and particularly the corners here. So that was a really good example. Previous was just a more intense shade of the same color, so they were a little farther out. It toned it back, so they just moved in a little bit, closer to 0, 0, which is up here. See, this one's pretty close to white, so basically this corner would be pure black, this corner would be pure white, and then everything else is kind of random smattered towards the edges over here. We'll go ahead and do a handful more options here. Typically speaking, you're going to see this sort of shape. I don't know why it works that way. It's just to do with the way that I have it set up, basically, in that you've got 3 values but only 2 axes to plot them to. So that's it. Again, I can hit a whole bunch of keys. Even if I hold Alt and push F4, it doesn't do anything. It recognizes it, which is why it's printing something here. But I don't have anything in the program bound to that hold Alt, press F4 key combination. I do, however, have a quit command. Oh, excuse me. Or generate a couple more here. Hit a bunch of keys, nothing happens. Hit escape, and it goes. So that's it. I'm going to go ahead and post the code here as well. So if you want to mess around with it, make some changes, you can. And I always welcome feedback. So thanks for checking it out.